everybody, and welcome because you have just tuned in to Real Laughs right here on Real Radio 104.1. I am your host, Mr. James Yan. I'm your host for the night, people. We your nightcap of comedy, giving you what you need to get you through the night. You're just getting off, man. Let us make that ride home funny for you, man. Let us put a smile on your face. I'm joined in virtual studio with some very funny comedians in their own right. I love these guys. They're my comedy brothers. First up, the man that has so many names we can't even keep track anymore. He was Baby Idris Elba. He was Thanos. He's the South got something to say. But today he is the Lord's tired too. I'm talking
Uh,
about Ken Miller. God, what the Lord done, Ken?
you ever seen the episode of Martin when they do on the Romeo and Juliet play?
Yeah,
She
yeah.
said, "We were to see his play. The Lord," he said, "Mama, the Lord's tired too." Anytime my wife say I'm tired, I'm like, "Boy, the Lord's tired too."
Hey
Yeah,
man.
no, we had a good ass night last night at Joe Neal's new spot. It was a
Okay,
real
all right.
good show. I
Shout
got
out Joe
home, sat
Neal.
on the porch, had me a cigar to drink, and then I fell asleep and woke up this morning. I've been doing shirts and stuff all morning. So,
God
woo, the
bless you.
Lord's tired
That's it.
too, bro.
And if you don't know, people, there's a long history of black people putting on plays, and they got some of the most funniest names you've ever heard,
For real.
bro. Like Mama Done Burnt the Chicken.
Mama done burnt the chicken, yo. I saw that twice.
Oh man, God bless.
Oh,
The other gentleman in the studio with us, man, who helped start all this hilarity almost 8 years ago. I'm talking about my brother from another mother, Mr. Miguel Colon Jr.
What up, man? Mama done burnt the chicken, huh?
Yeah.
I've never heard. I know black people got a lot of plays because I'll see it pop up and I'll be like, "What's this?" And then but I've never seen Mama done burnt the chicken, and
Bro, it's
yeah.
they got some ridiculous, like, especially back in the 90s. It was crazy. It was a free for all, man. That's when Tyler Perry made his bread and butter, man, back in the day, selling
I,
VH tapes
I
of his
want
plays, man.
I want to make a black play with y'all, man.
Oh
Yeah, I
God.
do. I do. It just I do so badly now. Now that I hear this, that's all
Yes.
my goal and dream is. And then shout out to Joe Neal. I will say this about Joe Neal, and everybody want to hear this. It's an old school comic. My man's word is bond. My man pays you everything, but you never know where a Joe Neal room's about to be. You never know where a Joe Neal. He's like, "Yo, B, I got this room for you, son. We're gonna do this comedy show." There'll be 100 people there.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
there'll be grown people, and the tickets will be $25 a piece. And whatever
Amen.
whatever dollar amount Joe Neal told you you're getting paid, you're getting that. He's like, "Yo, B, pay you the minute you walk in the door." But
Hmm.
you'll be like, "This Captain D's doing the show." He's like, "Yeah, we doing it in the freezer." Uh,
That's
everybody got
funny.
coats. My
hey,
girl's selling coats.
yeah. Hey, when I pulled up, it's at a place called Tropical Paradise. So if you're getting off of 408 at the 436,
Yeah.
right takes you to the airport,
Yeah,
left takes you down, right?
yeah,
And as soon as you get off, turn to left, it's like a Jamaican restaurant.
yeah.
That's funny.
And I'm like, do you know somebody here? Like, how did you walk in here and was like, yo, I want to do comedy here?
Joe Neal, it's like
That's like,
Monopoly. Joe Neal just lands on a place. He's like, "I'm gonna put a comedy club up here, and then a
I'm
hotel."
telling you, bro, it's insane, dog. I've just walked in, but did you walk in? It's set up like a club. Probably had about 100 people last night. All you said,
Nice.
grown folk, grown black folk, grown Spanish
Yeah,
folk, West Indies,
yeah.
Jamaicans,
Oh,
Haitian.
that's nice.
It was everybody, bro.
His
I'm talking
rooms
about everybody.
are always put together with every detail and love. You're gonna have a good show at a Joe Neal room, but you're just gonna walk in. You be like, "It's in this building." Nah, B, it's the elevator. Oh, six of us at a time. 6 of us at a time.
It's a new audience. New audience
Yeah.
people are
Yeah,
Yeah,
kicking in, man. That's
remember when you had that
funny.
furniture store?
Bro,
yeah.
that was fire.
Yeah.
That
And
was
then
actually
it
fire.
was great. It
Yeah.
was great.
You know,
Jody,
when you can't pay that mob security, then you have to open the room up for comedy.
There you go.
yeah. Yeah, I've done Joe Neal rooms before, and I'm just like, this is gonna be a good show. And then bam, there's 100 people there.
Hmm.
Everybody's there to have a good time. I did one when we were in a movie theater. Jeff, we were in the movie theater. You do the movie theater at the Fashion
Premiere.
Square Mall, and I don't
Hmm.
even think they knew. I think Joe Neal was like, "Ain't nobody gonna know. They don't know." Because during I was like, "Hey man, why why is Endgame playing in the background? I got the volume cut. I got the volume cut." 150 people packed in here to see you.
You know, the funny part is white people didn't say anything. They're like, they always talk during the movie. Like,
There was a black woman mad. She was like, I came here to see Mama done burnt the chicken too. That's got Idris in it.
how come, Ken, when they got a black play, there's always one 90s R&B dude in the play?
Yo,
Like-
it's always Cheryl Pepsi Riley. Cheryl Pepsi Riley is in all of them. They be like, yo, they're like starring, I'll be sure.
Sure.
And Cheryl Pepsi Riley. From
What's the
House
one
Party
dude?
Full Force. You be
Now
like,
it's a Marion. You know?
Yeah. Hey,
Like,
guys, real
what?
quick. Also, I got to introduce a really good friend of mine, my brother, comedian, if you will, lawyer, man, also a comic book creator. That's why I love him so much, man. And the gentleman just sponsored not only our show, but just sponsored All for the Money, Mr. Jeff Coffin. What's going on, brother?
Man, I'm still suffering from that night. I did our show, then I swore in a judge, then I did another show with you.
Yeah, but
Crazy.
then we also did something dumb that night. What did we do, y'all? First of all, if y'all don't know, we a little older. We not young. We're not spring chickens. We ain't 21 no more. And there's certain things that we shouldn't do at our age. So we do our show All for the Money. We'll talk about that in a second. We go hang out at Corona. Corona need to sponsor us, by the way. It's much money we put in their pocket. They really should. So we're hanging out at Corona. It's what, like 1 o'clock in the morning, maybe 12:30. We always leave and we always hit up a spot that Ken has let us know about, man. There's this hot dog cart on the corner. Is it Robinson?
Yeah,
Washington.
Washington.
Oh, this dude's from
Orange, Washington.
He's from Jordan, right? That's what he told us. Jeff,
Yeah,
he's
that's
from
that Jordan beef. Yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah, my man Iraqi as hell, but all right.
All right, cool. But we ordered hot dogs, beef sausages, Polish sausages at 12:30 at night, knowing our old ass can't eat none of that at that time of night, bro. And we just go home. You know, we
burn like
heartburn like a mug.
Dog, the funny thing is, James is like, hey man, I can't stay but like an hour. 2.5 hours later.
There you go.
It's like I gotta go home.
If y'all don't know,
I
my
got
wife
to go
Michelle got me
home,
on
bro.
curfew.
Those hot
Yo.
dogs get me so much. After we eat them, I splash a little Pepto on my booty because I know I'm like some down the throat and one on the outside, just because I know.
Bro,
Yo.
but I know I'm a fat kid, man, but them hot dogs is fire. Like that,
Wow,
I don't know
it's
what
so
that
good.
dude does to that hot dogs, but they fire. Thank you, dude.
Yo.
Yeah.
It's halal.
Thanks
Hey,
for the
shout
heartburn.
out. Some dude bought my hot dogs.
Roscoe.
He was just like, I got you, bro. And I was like, all right.
He told
I
me his name. His
Okay,
name was
I
Roscoe.
had no idea who he
Roscoe
was.
P.
but
Coltrane.
he
Jeff,
had a-
that's the name of the next black play. Roscoe done bought my hot dogs.
Starring Cisco from Drew Hill.
And Keith Sweat.
And Keith Sweat. And Cheryl Pepsi Riley. And that's the voice, too, of the guy who does the commercial.
It is. It is. That's hilarious, man.
Starring Christopher Williams from New Jack City.
Don't
Like, what?
wake me. I'm dreaming.
Hey, that and Black Comedy Explosion. The Black
Oh,
Comedy
wow.
Explosion, starring comedian Stanky Leg. Your mama ugly. And it
That's
always,
right.
the joke
everybody's
be so
like,
corny, yo.
Yeah. Oh, just added to the show. We got that brother one time. Just added now. That brother 2 times. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. He bought Tres Tiempo. Yeah.
And Gary Owens.
And Addition Financial Arena. You can get those tickets at Barber Stars Cuts.
Black
Sponsored by
comedy
Amscott.
explosions are always at an arena I didn't know was in my town.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this? And then I find out it's Joe Neal booked it in the elevator.
6
We
at a
got the whole-
time.
We got the whole arena, B, but we got the loading bay.
Yeah. So they make up a name. It's the Amscott Arena. Y'all come on out.
No, it's an Amscott, and I put a tent up front.
Season 12.
Jeff Kaufman's coming to work. He's like, why I'm doing a feature spot in my own elevator to my office?
Hey,
That brother killed.
Hey, Jeff, can you validate my parking before I go? Oh yeah, dog. It was a good show, bro. It was really fun. I feel like we get better and better as it goes.
Every time.
Everybody walk out like this was the best one. You said that last month, but we'll take it.
We'll take it. Yeah.
We'll
If you
take
guys don't know, every single month, at the corner every second Thursday of the month. We do a show called All for the Money. It's the only interactive comedy show you can see in Orlando. We all perform a brand new 10-minute set that you've never seen before. So if you're fans of me, Jeff, Ken, and Miguel, and you've seen our material, it's going to be a brand new show for you. And then we play interactive games with you guys and give you guys a chance to win $2,000 in cash and prizes throughout the night. It is a party. It's crazy. It's a good time. And by the time you leave, it's probably one of the best damn comedy shows you can see in this city. Back.
Yeah, man. It's good. And we got regulars now.
Yes.
Like, these people come every week, bro.
Yes. Yeah, we got a new, I guess she's our new cheerleader, man. We got a girl named Natalie who always comes out. Yeah.
And
Shout out
who
to
you
Natalie.
think is like, bro, it brings a different girl with it, but also you think it's just like this super innocent girl, and then she gets on stage and she starts telling all these stories from high school. You be like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, because this last show was they're all themed. And
Yeah.
so this last show was themed for graduation because it was May. So when we bring like audience members up, guys, we'll Kaufman is sponsoring and giving out cash prizes to people for different games. And one of them was like to tell us if you ever had sex in high school story. And we had two people come up. One dude who looks like Juju from the Beatnuts, who basically told us that him and the janitor and some girl. I was like, all right, bro, this story is going to lead to a molestation. And then,
right, it was weird.
yeah, he's like, yo, and the janitor and me, and then they were touching my helmet, and I was just like, what's going on?
Helmet.
And then Natalie comes up, and she's telling a story about her and her high school sweetheart having sex in high school at 9 p.m. at night. I'm like, what nerds are you? You still at high school at 9 at night, man? You fell asleep in detention, you know?
Hey, let me ask a quick question. What's your favorite time of day for that?
For doing it?
Yeah.
Honestly, all right, guys. So if a girl's with me, like we spent the night and stuff like that, morning time's my favorite.
Mine
like,
too.
yeah,
Mine
but
too.
you know, like I don't wake up primed for it. But you know, if you got a girl with you over the night, you guys got wives and stuff. So morning time. But truthfully, the best time is 2:45 p.m.
Why 2:45?
Oh man, because you just got to watch a little bit of Price is Right. You fired up, man. You had lunch, you know, man. It's still the afternoon, but it's not the evening. 2:45 p.m. Be done by 2:47. You know, wrap it up.
Hey, I wish
Catch
you man
DuckTales.
morning time because every dude wakes up in the morning with that thing poking.
Yeah,
Bruh.
Every dude wakes up. You like, well,
I
might as
did.
well do
I
something with
did.
this.
Bruh.
Might as
my
well
dude-
do something with this, yo.
No,
James wakes
Salute.
up with his guy at attention. My guy's at parade rest. You know? He's like, "What's up, First
at
Sergeant?"
ease, yo.
Hey, what do you call it when you put the flag up halfway?
Half man.
Half-
My guy wakes up. What up, top? You know.
Hey, you said half mast, like the president just got assassinated.
James looks at his PP in the morning. He goes, "What happened to the governor?" You know.
Somebody must have got killed, bro.
You know how the death row inmate waiting for the governor to call? What do you call that?
Clemency.
They gonna let me out. Just
They
give
gonna
me a
let me
minute. They
out.
gonna let me out. Wait for
Governor
the
never
call.
calls.
He gonna call after 9 when his minutes are free. So let's just wait.
God
Oh,
dang,
this
man.
dude said half mast, bro.
Hey,
Oh my God, son.
I,
I got
I'm keeping it real with y'all, man.
What happened to
Hey.
Obama? What happened to Obama?
No, they done killed Obama.
God bless. Hey, y'all don't go anywhere. We get back. I want to ask Jeff Kaufman, our resident lawyer, a question about something we were discussing the other day, and I found it really interesting. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back right here on Real Laughs, Real Radio 104.1. Everybody, you still listening to us. That's right. Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host, James John, joining virtual studio with my good brothers in comedy, Mr. Jeff Kaufman, Miguel Colon Jr., and Ken Miller, a.k.a. The Lord's Tired 2. Y'all have just tuned back into Mama Done Fried the Chicken again.
Black Comedy Explosion.
Featuring Lil Pete, Boo Boo Stain, Hip Hop High School Band.
Bro, why do black people say boo-boo?
Yo,
Why we say that?
let me tell you something, black folk. Stop with the nickname. Hey, come here, Stanker Butt. Stop, bro. This dude been stinker butt and he's 27.
27.
Stop, bro.
Jeff just swore him in as a judge. He's like, my name's Clarence. Stop calling me stinker butt.
Just stinker butt, yo. Dude, my brother nickname is Geese because his last name is Pegues. My baby brother nickname is Rock. His nickname because
but those are great nicknames though.
Yeah,
he had a
Geese
hard
and Rock
head
is
as a
good.
kid. You know what I mean? But no, I got a cousin named Taboo, because her name Tabitha, so we call her Taboo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The
I thought she
Monica, we
slept with
call
her
her
brother.
Mont
I
Mont.
didn't know.
Yeah, we call her Mont Mont. Dude, let me see who else. I call Junior Duke after my best friend growing up. I told we were gonna name our kids out each other, so I just gave him the nickname. So he's Duke. So yeah, but it is some people who got their kids. You get older. Yeah, what's up, stank up, bitch? Stop calling me that, bro. I'm 32 years old, mama.
32.
I ain't pooped on myself in 30 years. Stop. Stop, mama.
What up, stank sheep?
Stank sheep.
Like a good nickname. One, if you give yourself a nickname, you whack. You can give
Yeah, you
whack.
whack.
You
You
whack.
whack. Yeah.
A good
Pork chop.
nickname can become hard. Like it can be a tough ass nickname because of who you are, but you can't give yourself a tough ass nickname. Like you said, like Kaufman said, if your name's Pork Chop, that's your nickname, but you real tough. After a while, they're gonna call you Chop.
Yep.
And you be like, "What's up, Chop?" Hey, don't mess with Chop. Yeah,
dog. Fact. I grew up with a dude nicknamed with Pork Chop. When we got older, we called him Chop.
Chop, because you
We didn't call
respect
him
him.
Pork Chop no more. I don't even know why his mama named him Pork Chop.
Yeah.
But
he was
I'm
a chubby baby, and they were like, "Oh, Pork Chop."
When we were growing up in the hood, back in the day in the hood, everybody had a nickname. Like everybody would call you something back in the day, man. Everybody had one of those. There was a bunch of juniors because we wished you would come back one day.
Trays. My daughter also, John's is Nugget, because that's all she ate, chicken nuggets. That's all she ate.
Did she ever grow out? Did she ever grow out of that though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, instead of 6-piece, she do 10.
That's funny. Okay, yeah.
My
that was a grown person meal now. Like,
yeah.
I had a buddy of mine with those shoes he got from Kmart, and they were Bobos. So we named him Bobo Chapo. And I'm telling you this, he's 50 and people still call him Bobo.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's a good nickname. My little sister.
You got a good name. Bobo's a good nickname.
That's
we called her Monkey when she was a little baby because she was like a little spider monkey. And now, my little sister's 33 years old. I'm always like, "What up, Monk?" Like that's
Monk's
the
dope,
name,
though.
Monk. Yeah,
Monk's dope though. Yeah, that's a good one, Monk.
That's the thing. Did you have a nickname growing up?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all already know how my family is. My family like me, they crazy. So on my dad's side, especially, Ken, why is it always on the dad's side in black communities? They crazy. Yeah. Bro, they used to nickname me Flathead. Flathead. Y'all dogging the brother.
Hey, Flathead. Put a beer on top of this boy's head. Look at his head. Look like a coffee table.
yeah. Bro. And my other side, on my mom's side, okay, here's the thing. My dad's side were light skin, like light skin. On my mama's side, they dark. So my mama's side, you know how people are, man. Yeah. Colorism is real. They nicknamed me Yellow Bastard. That's
Yellow
what they called me as a kid.
Hey, you flathead yellow bastard. Get over here.
Yo, James, them aren't nicknames. Those are insults, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
Your dad balancing a drink on your head as he's watching TV.
Bro.
Hey, flathead. The doctor got the forceps wrong on him when he was a baby. Flattened the whole top out.
Use the Allen wrench instead.
Yeah. The barber loved him. It's just
my daddy's side calls me Kente.
Okay.
Yeah, they all call me Kente.
That's not bad, though. That's not a bad one.
But then, people understand Ken is actually my nickname. My name is Kenneth.
Yeah.
But my family my friends in Greensboro, everybody calls me Ken. Nobody calls me Kenneth but my family.
That's
nobody.
Funny.
If somebody calls me Kenneth, I know we grew up together, we family, but everybody knows me as Ken. So I would say Ken would be my nickname, I guess.
Gotcha.
Where I'm nickname,
go ahead.
No, Flathead, go.
I was going to tell you, on my dad's side, they never call me James. James is something that my mother's side calls me because my middle name is Darren, and my dad wanted my name to be Darren, so everybody on my dad's side calls me Darren.
That's weird. That's hard to balance, right?
Bro, no, because I'm just used to it. So when my wife went with me for the first time to meet my family, and it's funny because it's in Tallahassee, they had never seen a Puerto Rican before. Like, wow, what? Does she talk? Like, what did
they think you made it like an alchemist? What did you breed this with? I started with a red-nosed pit.
Blue nose. So she heard them call me Darren. She's like, why are they calling you that? I was like, that's my middle name. That's what everybody knows me as. So when she would call me James, they're like, why is she calling you James? Like, so it's weird, but I'm just used to it at this point.
Yeah, that's how my family is too. My brother is Dwayne Terrell. We call him Terrell. My sister's Brenda Diane. We call her Diane. So yeah, we do the middle name thing too. But then in school, they call him Dwayne. Yeah. And so in school, he said, don't call me Terrell. I'm Dwayne at school.
in my household, man, because Miguel means Mike. My nickname was Mikey. So like I know it's funny, but that like Mikey's, I still get called Mikey by some relatives and stuff like that. Mikey, and it's weird because like my father is like in the Marine Corps, they'll call my dad Big Mike, and then they call me Little Big Mike. That's what the Marines would call it because my dad's so short. Because my dad's so short. So they call my dad Big Mike, and then they're like, yo, Little Big Mike,
That's dope. That's dope. Still haven't met your father, by the way, Miguel.
What's that?
I was telling you, still haven't met your father, brother.
Get out of here.
No.
He was at the Afro show.
At the improv show. At the improv
show. The Afro show, too, where we filmed.
Did I see him that night?
Yeah, he's just so short. You passed over him.
Nah, man. Let me tell you about Miguel's dad. He loves Ken. I think the night I taped, he went and saw Ken.
Like, he does love Ken. He does love Ken.
He does.
Hey, Kaufman, did you have a nickname?
Yeah, you guys say it all the time to me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, sir. No,
listen to this. Okay.
No, my brothers when I was growing up, they were beasts. They called me Simo. Simo. It was short for Sigmund and the Sea Monsters because they said I looked like the little kid because I used to follow them around.
See? And Jeff, that nickname could become a gangsta ass nickname. First it was Sigmund and the Sea Monsters, but later on, like, hey man, you're gonna have to make sure Simo's cool with this. Go take Flathead and go see what's up. Because Flathead, James, Flathead sounds like a dude who gonna break your jaw open. Be like, man, we gotta go talk to Flathead. What? We lost the package. Simo gonna kill us when he finds out.
Yeah, he gonna kill us. He gonna
Darren
kill us,
is like, hey, Darren, F you, I ain't paying you.
And we got the third Darren from Bewitched with us.
Yeah.
There you go. That's
Black
funny.
Darren, the one that they canceled the show for.
I don't know why, but Flathead took me out, bro.
That's what they call it.
That's because that football picture, man.
Yeah,
it was that football picture with him in the 3-point stance with his head.
When I was
your
smaller,
head is proportionate though.
Yeah, but when I was younger though, Miguel, it was flat. It was weird. I had an indent. Like it was so strange. Like it kind of grew out now, but yeah, I was
that's
flat.
That's because you were in the play. Mama done dropped the baby.
Yeah.
Hey, look at him do a handstand. He could be there for an hour.
Starring Ralph Transvant. Yeah.
Watch him put a hat on. He don't know what to do.
Bruh, we gonna have to write a black play for real now. I'm down now. Now we gonna write a black play, man.
Yeah, Daddy done left the house.
Again. Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. This is the show, bro.
This is it right here. Now, I did want to ask you a question because we had a great conversation the other day when we went to Corona. Me, you, and Ken were talking about a court case, and you said something to us that we had no idea was a true thing, Jeff. And I want you to explain to people because it was so interesting. One of those things was the Trump trial going on right now in New York. You were explaining to us that Trump has been ordered by the judge not to be able to talk to the press, correct?
Yeah, gag order.
But everybody else involved in the actual trial can talk about the case except him.
Yeah, all the prosecutors' witnesses and everybody else can say what they want to say. They can put this
do
out.
Interviews and
they're posted on all their networks. For example, the dude who's testifying on Monday, it's Cohen. He's a piece of crap attorney. I'll say, what are you going to sue me? And all he does is post. He lays it out. He says, I want this guy to go to jail. I want this. He's bad. He's this. And the judge, they said, listen, could you tell this guy to stop posting? If I'm not allowed to say something, you can't allow the prosecutor witness to do it. He goes, well, I'm going to request he doesn't say something, but I'm not going to tell him he can't.
So how can that be? It's just judge's discretion. The judge has that power to do that.
When I say I swore in a buddy of mine on Friday, I did his intro. And I didn't realize that 24 other judges were going to be there. And I read something. I said, the hardest thing for me, I've tried cases all over the country. I've stood in front of thousands of judges and hundreds of courtrooms, and I'm never afraid about how good my case is. I'm more afraid on whether that judge is going to follow the law or not.
Because they don't have to, honestly, correct?
Well, they don't care. Appeal me. That's what they said. My biggest trial was the Tigger
Damn.
trial, and
Whoa.
that was in front of a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And this judge let in evidence, and he said to me, and I still remember it, appeal me.
So
He
like,
says, and basically,
game
I'm
of
not gonna,
chicken.
I'm not gonna let this. They're not gonna. And the prosecutor's office was like, we're gonna drop it if you don't let this in. And he knew they would blame him for it, and he wouldn't get elected. And he goes, you're gonna have to appeal me because I'm not, I'm not gonna put my I'm not gonna put my ass on the line. And that's
the
judges
conversation.
And
we
when I
were
say this,
having.
could you imagine this New York judge? Everybody around there hates. I mean, they hate Trump, and Trump earns it. But could you imagine being in front of a judge that has to be elected, that has to, this whole community, if he does anything in favor of Trump, he's out of a job.
It's that simple.
It's that simple. They'll just, they'll say, we're not supporting him this year.
I guess it's a terrifying thing because when I think about electing judges, I only think about the positive parts, being like, oh, the people are choosing who's a judge, but I never really think about the negative aspect of now this judge is a politician.
You got to play games. Yeah.
And then they have to. It's the same thing with sheriffs. I don't think I've ever really thought about it, Jeff, until this moment, that the electing of a sheriff, I always think of the positive of it, but I never think of the fact that now I've turned this person into a politician and they have to campaign and play games. Yeah.
And that brings up a great point because the sheriff's attitude reflects the attitude of the community. That's why Sheriff Grady over in that what do you call that county?
Polk County.
That's their attitude. So he will never be.
I interviewed this dude, and I'll tell you right now, he's a beast.
Bro,
I mean, he's serious. He's got every line. He should do stand up.
He told people at a press conference,
every line. Oof.
If they break in, shoot them. Bro,
Sheriff Grady's the sheriff that when you're watching him on TV, you're like, I don't know. And the minute somebody breaks in, you're like, Grady. I shot him. It was so good. He's like, I'm coming over with a 6-pack. Bring that. Oh my God. And he's still moving. Hold up. He's like, well, I didn't say shoot him again.
Hey, Mama done shot the burglar.
Starring Flathead and Dwayne. And Daryl. And Simo. Guest starring Simo.
Starring Silk the Shocker.
Live at Edition Financial Arena.
Third floor elevator.
Oh my God.
That Bobo sneaker shop.
We had asked, I know we got like 45 seconds, but we asked Jeff if he would ever be a judge. Jeff was like, hell
nope. He said,
no. No, I don't. I defend people. I don't judge them.
Was it ever something you thought about wanting to do and just it changed as your career went on? Never.
I think it's a position you have to be built to want to call people out. I mean, think this way. You have to sit there and make a decision on whether you want to follow the law first and whether this person did it or didn't do it. And I don't want to make that decision. I don't want to be wrong. And that's hard because 99 people you could be right on, but the one person you screw over, that has to live with you. And I'm not willing to do that.
Trial. My judge is wearing a Punisher t-shirt.
Don't laugh, man. Yeah. Someone had it. They were invisible.
Yeah.
I saw it. And then you knew, and he let you know it. What he was going to do to your guy. If he don't take the plea, I'm going to put him in for life. How about you hear everything first before you make that decision? They didn't care.
And I want to ask you something when we come back about judges, because I want to know something about their career and how it works as far as firing and hiring and who gets to stay there forever. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right here on Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1. Everybody, you are still listening to Real Labs right here on Real Radio 104.1. I am your host tonight, Mr. James Yan. I want to remind you guys to please follow us, Real Labs, on social media. Go to Instagram, go to Facebook, look us up, Real Labs, and now you can actually go to YouTube as well. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share all this hilarity so we can keep this comedy train going for another 8 years. I'm joined in the studio with Mr. Ken Miller, Miguel Colon Jr., and Jeff Kaufman. That's right. Now, Jeff Kaufman is a very successful lawyer, so we have a lot of questions sometimes when it comes to law and stuff that's happening in the news that we don't understand. Like we were just talking about the fact that Trump's been ordered by the judge that he can't say anything. He has a gag order, but everyone else involved, prosecutors, the witnesses, they can do whatever they want. And that's just the judge's discretion. We just learned that. I had no idea a judge could do that or would want to do that.
And one of the weird thing about the gag order is this: none of his friends can say something either.
How do you do that?
It's in there that you will not instruct or your friends won't say anything.
But how can you
Damn.
even stop that? Like-
You know why? Because his friends will go, wait a minute, my boy's going to go to jail. He's going to pay a penalty. But that doesn't apply to people on the other side. And that's when you realize how screwed up this is. And I don't care how you feel.
Yeah, this is about.
I'm a lawyer. There isn't a lawyer on the planet, not one on the planet who will go, yeah, this makes sense. All right, what we got is this. There's a statute of limitations on crimes. All right. Everyone knows it. It's called the statute of limitations. And on misdemeanor crimes, it's normally a year.
Mhm.
All right. So they go, oh, well, we have these 34 misdemeanors that have expired. Now, remember, 34. All right. Very important. They're going to go, all right, now we have this weird thing of this law affecting elections. Well, these 34 misdemeanors that are expired, we're going to put into this felony of expired stuff and base these 34 felonies on these 34 misdemeanors that we can't prosecute for.
Is it kind of like a RICO thing where they're trying to say like, oh, we because it's in this?
You wish it was like that because it would be easy to understand.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, everyone, you have a jury who there's no way they can understand what this is about because most lawyers I know, I'm trying to explain it to you and you're going, and you go,
Yeah.
3 intelligent people. And you're like looking at me, go, wait, you have 3 expired misdemeanors and this crime involves this. And he paid a hooker. I mean, this is.
But that's not, okay. First off, here's what. Yes, thanks for bringing that up. It's not a crime to pay her off. Correct? That's not a crime.
No, everyone in there is getting up and saying, "Yeah, we forced him to pay us." Everyone got up there, and I didn't know this. And this is something I didn't know as a lawyer. I didn't know a newspaper could sell a story to not print it.
Wait, what do you mean?
That's what the National Enquirer does. The National Enquirer goes to the person who they're about to write this article about and says, hey, listen, we've got this story. Do you want to buy it?
And so this is where they're extorting also.
Yeah.
And it's legal.
So they came to the bat
none
boy,
of them.
And they told the bat boy, we're going, if you come up with the money, we won't print the story. That Michigan has a half bat, half human. And he was like, I want the story out.
You got it.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize newspapers could do that. And I thought, I always thought, well, that sounds like blackmail to me. They said, no, it's the First Amendment right we have. We're selling our right. And that's how they get around blackmail and extortion. That's why the attorney for Stormy Daniels gets up there and says this. And he goes, yeah, I pushed him before the election. I knew it was more valuable before the election. So you're blackmailing people and you're a lawyer. So you know it's legal. Because they're not prosecuting him. They're not pulling his license.
I do say this, man, as a person, and I'm not a fan of Donald Trump on a lot of things, but here's what I have to tell anybody. If a powerful person like this can get rope-a-dope by the legal system, that means me and you can too.
We got, bro.
Oh, you're dead to rights. You're in prison already.
We're dead to rights, yeah. Because I mean, like, man, that's not what I want my justice system to be.
No,
I don't want my justice system playing. And I know that happens all the time. This isn't a new thing, but it's such a giant case of it. And for everybody to be like, yeah, well, that's just what happens. I know, man. I don't like the dude on a lot of things either, man. But come on, man. Like,
I want the guy to shut up half the time.
Yeah, but I want
some things. I don't like the way he talks to. I watch his deposition. I didn't like it. I didn't like the things he does. But I'm sitting here watching this form of justice, and I'm going, wait a minute. All the prosecutors are donating money to Biden. They're doing weird things.
Okay, that's
you got the woman who's running the thing in Georgia. She had a hearing in the White House. She went to the White House and had a meeting. I'm like, why is she meeting with the president?
Yeah,
to get another president. I'm going, when did this become our system? At least you used to lie to us about it before. We knew this is the way it worked, but you hid it. Now you don't even hide it.
No. Your girl's laying in bed with you texting other dudes now. She used to go to the other room.
Yeah.
Now she's sitting in bed talking about what you think about this dude's car.
Hey,
I'm like,
Mama done cheated with the pastor.
Mama done cheated with the pastor. She got all worked up and burnt the chicken.
Hey, starring Kirk Franklin.
Pootie Tang. Yeah.
And MC Hammer.
Bro, I just found that so interesting that we were explaining to us, Jeff, because there's a lot of things that we just didn't understand. We're like, bro, And me and Kim were looking at you, telling you, "Well, that's not fair." And you're like, "Yeah, it's not, but this is what's happening right now."
We don't want to know. I don't want to know. I'll tell you every time. I don't want to know what's going on in our world because you know it, and it's in your face at all times. But you go, "No, I don't want to see this."
Yeah.
And I don't want any part of this.
So the judges right now, it's this is not in the Supreme Court, correct? With Trump, or
No,
is
it's in the New York court. It's in the New York County courthouse. I mean,
Gotcha.
it'd be like Biden being in Birmingham, Alabama, defending a local law there.
Yeah,
And you know,
I'm just trying to Chinese ice cream with my son.
and you know what those 6 guys would do. Can we? Is this a death penalty? We'll give them the death penalty.
Okay.
We don't have that on the table.
Honest question, Jeff. After all this said and done, what's the worst they can do to Trump, honestly, and get away with?
They can put him in prison.
What do you?
34 felonies are
Okay.
take 5 years apiece times 34. They can run it consecutive, not concurrent, and you got 160, 170 year sentence.
And you're telling me too that these felonies are sort of fabricated off of like
They call it
right?
a Frankenstein case. They call it. What they do is they take
pieced
a
it
bunch
together,
of other
yeah.
nonsense and try to put it together and bring it alive. I mean, the 34 counts are built on 34 misdemeanors they can't bring forward.
Jesus.
And they're going to.
This is just what they did to Meek Mill, y'all. Come on.
Yeah. What's free? Hey,
Yeah.
real quick, Jeff, your honest opinion, what do you think the outcome's going to be? What does your gut tell you?
I ain't trusting this jury. It's all about the jury. And the judge is not going to, he's going to allow it to go to the jury, even if he shouldn't, because the judge, when the state rests, the prosecutor rests, he should say, this is, you had your chance. And this is what judges do. It's called a judgment of acquittal. It means halfway through, once the prosecutor stops, the defense will get up and go, listen, they have not proven their case beyond a reasonable doubt, blah, blah, blah. And the light most favorable to them, they haven't even come close to it. And I've gotten this. And that is, when you win like that, the prosecutor's office just goes nuts. But I've gotten a bunch of those. And that's what should happen here. But the judge goes, I'm allow this to the jury. You're going to send this to people who hate him?
Because he can't put it on himself, because it would look like it's on his fault, right? If he just lets him walk.
No, the jury, judge is not going to let him walk because he knows he should, but he keeps allowing stuff. And I've read the motions. First off, if your daughter's on websites, as a huge party advocate, you got to recuse yourself. You go, listen, I can't be part of this because a family member of mine is obviously biased. My wife does this. We've donated here. I can't be part of this. And you have to recuse yourself immediately. This guy is dying to stay on this trial because he wants to be able to go walk into these huge parties and have people donate a lot of money for his next campaign. Because, when was the last time, a Republican in New York City got elected to anything?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what's going on. You have a whole group of people, and we're in this room right now, and we hate him. We couldn't be on this jury.
But everybody
you know how many
knows
people
him.
are on that jury
But
who
he's
hate
a
him
polarizing
and
figure.
lie?
Who don't know Donald Trump?
And it's just, to me, it's crazy. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy to me because to me, it's just like, if there's no real case, don't make up cases on people.
They
like
can't help
don't make up cases on people. Like that's how it goes down. Imagine I'd be like Donald Trump. I'm Donald Trump's legal team, and I'm like, listen, Mr. President, it really all depends on our jury, how we code. And then immediately 2 green-haired girls with septum piercings sit down. I'm like, we're gonna need to take a deal. Like, hey, bro, this ain't good at all, bro.
No, don't laugh. I've looked at people on a jury where you couldn't get somebody off and you were stuck with them, and you're looking at this person the whole time, and they're going to souffle your case.
Yeah.
As you're picking, because when you're picking the jury, you only have like a certain amount of people that you can scratch. Imagine. I mean, how you doing that when you think this whole city or this whole jury? Because there's got to be people that definitely would have been good jurors for Donald Trump, and there's got to be people who. But there's no fair. I don't think there's any fair jury for President Trump, because there's either people who love him and they're already like, yo, he did it right, or there's people who are like, I hate him, so he's wrong.
That's right.
It's a hard thing because I do this all the time, and it's funny to me. I do stand up because it allows me to laugh at the world. Because if I didn't, I'd be going postal, because you're just going. You want to say something, but you can't.
True. Now, really quick, thank you so much, Jeff. I appreciate that, man. As more stuff comes, I'm definitely going to ask you more questions because I don't understand it. And thank you for making sense of it and our listeners. But before we go, people, I want to also shout out where we're going to be this weekend. But before we do that, it's a very special day yesterday. So I just want to make sure we shout out all the mothers out there. The mama. That's
You
right, man.
burnt the chicken.
I just want to say a big shout out to my mom, Jackie, the one, the only. I love you, Mom. Thank you so much for everything. I am the person I am today because of you. Definitely want to shout out my wife, Michelle. She raised five wonderful kids, me included. That's right. Thank you for all that you do for us, man. Y'all go ahead and shout your people out.
I want to shout my mama out, Daisy Lugo, amazing woman, loves me and has always supported me. There's so many people that when they tell their family, "Hey man, I want to pursue comedy," that they'll be afraid and everything. And my mom was 100% supportive of it, even to the point where she told me, she said, if you gotta move out of your place, you can come stay here, because my family was just like, they knew, they were like, there's nothing he can do. This is it. So we got to take the risk of letting him suffer now, and hopefully he makes it in comedy, because the boy has no marketable skills.
That's so funny, man. So funny.
Shout out
Go-
to my mama, Barbara Jean, in heaven, and my mama, Ruth May. Bam, son!
Barbara Ruth May!
Ow! The mama
fifth real laughs
is here, baby. Shout out to Boo and her brand new house. Shout out to my ex-wife too, man. And also shout out to my wife, Sean, for being an amazing bonus mom.
Amen.
So happy Mother's Day out to all the moms out there, man.
Gotcha.
Oh, I guess that's it. I got a shout out to my mom. I didn't mention her name because she doesn't want our listeners to come to her house.
Amen. Amen.
She, I have tortured her for my whole life, making decisions that nobody would ever understand.
Mhm.
Like she goes, "Wait a minute, you were a lawyer. What you doing stand up for?" I'm like, "You were still writing comic books. What was it?"
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
having a kid like me, God, I good for you, Mom. You still around. I love you.
God bless.
I call you every day, and sorry about everything I've done to you.
That's a great apology.
Also, man, special shout out to all the moms who lost their kids to DCF. It's gonna be hot girl summer for you this time. Woo! It's gonna be lit. The county's gonna make sure they fed.
Hey, shout out to all the dads who've been called mothers. Shout out to y'all, man. Mama done lost another kid. I can't wait for that one to come out.
Kid, bro.
Thank
I'm
y'all
gonna get
so
my
much.
Starbucks cards next month. That's
There
what
you go, bro. Also want to shout out definitely where we're going to be this possible weekend. Miguel, you said you're taking off this week, correct?
Yeah, this week I'm off, but on the 25th of May, me and Jeff Kaufman will be at Bloodhound Brewery. It's going to be a great show.
Nice, man. That's going to be real nice, man. We just did a show together, man. Jeff killed it at the center of Deltona for bonkers out there. Also, this coming up this weekend, Mr. Ken Miller, that's the dude right there. He is going to be where, Ken?
I'm going to be in Port Charlotte, Vasani's Comedy Club, Italia Steakhouse. The best comedy club restaurant in the universe.
Bro.
I'm headliner. I was actually featuring, I guess the headliner dropped out. I just found out I'm headliner like 3 days ago. So I'm headlining the full weekend, and any comic knows that's a big deal to headline that.
And I'll be opening up in the elevator there. So that
hey, if y'all want to get them tickets,
doing comedy in the bathroom, handing you a napkin when you got to get
funny
in the bathroom, bro. So check it out the 15th through the 18th of this week, man. If you know anybody in Port Charlotte, tell them to come see the kid.
Yep, go to Vasani.net if you guys want to get them tickets. And this Saturday, I'll actually be down in Summerfield, man. I'll be doing a Joke Joint. That's right. I'm headlining. Show's going to be at 8 p.m. If you guys want to get tickets to that, it is jokejoint.tv. Again, that's jokejoint.tv. Get your tickets right now. I can't wait to see you guys come out and have a good time with us. And thank everybody that came out to All for the Money. We appreciate the love and support, the regulars that are coming out. Don't forget, we got another one happening next month, every second Thursday of the month, All for the Money. We're giving out $2,000 in cash and prizes. On behalf of myself, the Lord's Tired 2, a.k.a. Ken Miller, Mr. Miguel Colon Jr., and Jeff Kaufman, the ambassador of Quan. Thank y'all for listening. And Ken, tell them what to do.
Take your ass to bed. Happy Mother's Day.
And Beer America on Saturday. All right. That's
there you
where I'm
go.
gonna be.
All right,
I'll
cool.
be
We
there.
can go have some beers.